there you have it. The President has delivered his response to the opening of Parliament address. And also thank you for staying tuned to Parliament TV.
And I am Hlanhla Mabaso. The President had a lot to respond to after the marathon debate held on Friday. Tsepo, let's discuss some of the issues the President has responded to in his reply.
Well, of course, Hlanhla, for me, I think I was fascinated by how he directly spoke to the members as per their debates and called out their names and responded to the issues of contention that they had in terms of his speech. And the response, the direct response for me is what stood out.
Of course. You know, initially when he did that, I know that it is in the nature of the President's reply to go directly to the issues that were raised by individual members in the House. But when he started off, you know, mentioning the likes of Honorable Nkwankwa, the likes of Honorable Maimane and Honorable Zibi, it sounded as if he was trying to pacify them, you know, trying to patronize them. But as he went on, you know, bringing in the likes of Honorable Kusela Sangoni, the likes of Honorable Kwete Mantashe, then I was like, okay, this is where we are at. And indeed, it was very important that the President should reply to each one of them to demonstrate that, you know, debates are not just there for a box-ticking exercise, yes, but it means something. And I must commend him and his team for having been there to listen to you know, the points which were raised, and to also take the time out to respond to them. And and at the end, he directly spoke to Honorable Malema, and indeed it is very important that such matters should be raised, because you don't want to have Parliament coming across as a place for innuendo and baseless accusations. You know, he went to town detailing how he gave the President, you know, some benefit of the doubt when the President was said to have been a traitor in the days of yore. But you know, the problem with this innuendo is that it sticks. It really sticks, and even if you were to say sorry in whatever platform, but the people that hear that hasten to think that these are realities. And it was really, really good thing for the President to say, look, hang on, even as we are involved in this political game, we need to take care of the fact that we cannot put life and limb into it, as it were. We need to isolate what's personal and what's political, and stay with the politics instead of being abrasive on the personal side of
course,
things.
I also like the fact that he reiterated the issue of transparency and integrity as members of Parliament, as you mentioned, that it shouldn't be a personal attack on each other's integrity. And of course, now with now that the President has stated there has been the debate, there was the opening address, there has been the debate, and now he has replied. Now we just have to wait for Parliament to ensure that it holds the executive accountable, that it exercises the oversight necessary, and it ensures proper and informative public participation to ensure that the people are involved in all decision-making mechanisms.
The work of Parliament begins in earnest now, Tsepo. As we have rightly said, you know, that tripod kind of an arrangement when he started addressing the debate and the response concludes, you know, this first part, and it then allows Parliament and of course government to start working in earnest. And one really hopes for a better outlook in terms of how government is going to operate going forward.
Of course.
And I really feel sorry, Tsepo, for the new members that have joined Parliament in this epoch. They seem to have been rushed. You know, it took time for parties to find each other, even as they wanted to work together in the government of national unity, some, you know, staying out of it. So much so that at a time when they had to start working, time was not really on their side. So they had to be rushed, And you see that now things are beginning to come together, and we are hoping that maybe in the next coming weeks we'll begin to see where Parliament seeks to go, where government seeks to go in terms of the set priorities and objectives.
And talking about where Parliament seeks to go, of course, we reminded viewers of all the 7 parliaments, the 6 parliaments, the previous parliaments, and their focuses. And now going forward, now that we've had the address, now that we've had the debate, and now that we've had the response, and of course we have the budget votes that are coming up for Parliament and the presidency, now we have yet to see what the focus of the 7th Parliament will be. Of course,
Seppo, I couldn't have said it better myself. That is where we are at, and I must really say, Seppo, it's been a wonderful experience working alongside you, and I hope we do this some other time. And from me, Nhlanhla Mabaso, it's a wrap.
And of course, you can continue watching Parliament TV, where the President is said there's set to be a Parliament's budget vote in both houses at 2 p.m. Of course, you can watch it here on Parliament TV, the channel 408 on DSTV, and also on our social media platforms. Please follow Parliament at Parliament of RSA. Be part of the conversation. Be on Twitter, which is now X, and be informed. Be part of that public participation, because I always say that even on social media, watching and being informed and saying your bit is part of public participation and falls part of what Parliament does, which is to hold the executive to account, to perform oversight, and of course your part as a member of society, public participation. Thank you again for watching Parliament TV. Libito la ka ke Tshepo More. Salang hantle.